Prom season is approaching, and your high school student may be trying to find that perfect dress or tux to show up in style. But how are your students getting to and from? Joining us now is Meredith Mitz with AAA. Thank you for being with us. So AAA is offering a free service to keep students attending prom safe on the road. I was kind of saddened by the statistic that that's when so many accidents happen out on the road. Tell us about how AAA is working to keep teens safe.
So safety is one of the core things we believe at AAA, and especially for teens and young drivers. And prom is a potentially dangerous season because we're finding that 30% of high schoolers report that they or their friends are likely to be impaired and using drugs or alcohol during prom and graduation season. And then 82% of teens believe that their peers will drive impaired instead of calling a parent for help because they're afraid of getting in trouble. And we want to be able to open these doors and have these conversations with your teen, with the schools, and make sure everyone has a plan, knows how dangerous it is to drive impaired and drive distracted, and then be able to have those conversations so everyone is getting home safely every single time.
How do people get in touch with you? What's the process to get involved with this program and just be, prepared and safe for prom?
Yeah, our program is called AAA Promise. A little bit of a play on word. It can be used at prom or even later in graduation if your prom is really early this year, but you just go to aaa.com/promise and it has all of our information there. We have fact sheets, we have pledge cards, and we have free toolkits that schools can order that will come with banners and talking points so schools can host assemblies and events as well.
And teens, they're coming into their own. There's so much excitement around prom, and so you can imagine they're very distracted. They're not paying attention to the road like they would on a typical day. I remember the excitement around prom, and it's like you almost feel like out of sorts. All you can think about, the butterflies are happening, and then you add impaired driving to that. We want teens to have fun, right? What is your message? You see this like clockwork every year, the tragic stories that come out of prom, but what's your message to teens and families?
Yeah, we want everyone to be able to have fun, but also be responsible. Teens are more likely than anyone else to be killed in alcohol-related crashes. In 2020, it was 19% of the fatal crashes from 15 to 18. It's also 60% of crashes have to do with distraction. So all of this excitement around prom is a great time to have those conversations. You need to be focusing on the road. You need to not be putting on last minute makeup. Make sure you're not driving impaired and you're not letting your friends drive impaired. And if something happens, if you are impaired, if you find yourself in a situation like that, call for help. Never get behind the wheel. Never let someone else who is impaired get behind the wheel, because you want to be able to make these lifelong memories and have them last and have them be positive. We don't want any memories to be tainted by something that could have been prevented by making smart decisions and calling for help if you need it.
Thank you for that. Such an empowering message to teens and families out there. We hope that it's a safer prom season this year. Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. And you want to just look forward to seeing those pictures of all those proud, shining faces in just this moment where they feel on top of the world. So Great life-saving advice. Thank you for your time.